Hashing and encryption. What is hashing? Hashing is the process of changing a plain text or a key to a hashed value by applying a hash function. Hashing is a one-way encryption process such that a hash value cannot be reverse-engineered to get to the original plain text. How hashing works. We have here a plain text which can be any information or data like passwords. A hash function generates new values according to a mathematical hashing algorithm known as a hash value or simply a hash, and then we have a hashed text, which is usually represented by a shorter, fixed-length value or key that represents and makes it easier to find or employ the original string. To prevent the conversion of hash back into the original key, a good hash always uses a one-way hashing algorithm. Hashing helps secure passwords stored in a database. Example of hashing algorithm. SHA means Secure Hashing Algorithm. It was developed for the first time by the National Security Agency. It has a length of 160 bits. It works by transforming the data using a hash function, an algorithm that consists of bitwise operations, modular additions, and compression functions. The hash function then produces a fixed-size string that looks nothing like the original. A common application of SHA is to encrypting passwords, as the server side only needs to keep track of a specific user's hash value, rather than the actual password. Another algorithm is MD4 or Message Digest algorithm, is a cryptographic hash function carrying a 128-bit digest. MD4 has a security flaw due to the first collision attack found in 1995. It influenced many posterior designs like WMD5, WRIPEMD, and WSHA family. On the other hand, we have encryption. What is encryption? Encryption is the process of securing sensitive data like username, passwords, credit cards, and banking details from the reach of hackers. Plain text can easily be read by hackers that can be used for malicious purposes. Ciphertext is a scrambled text that cannot be understood by the invaders if they somehow succeed in intercepting the data. How encryption works. It is a process of taking plain text, like a text message or email, and then scrambling it into an unreadable format called ciphertext or encrypted text. Encryption uses algorithm to scramble your information. It is then transmitted to the receiving party, who is able to decode the message with a key. When the intended recipient accesses the message, the information is translated back to its original form. This is called decryption. To unlock the message, both the sender and the recipient have to use a secret encryption key. A collection of algorithms that scramble and unscramble data back to a readable format. Example of encryption algorithm. AES or Advanced Encryption Standard is a type of symmetric ciphers that encodes 128 bits of data at a time. The key that is used to decrypt the data can be of different sizes like 128-bit, 192-bit, or 256-bit. The 128-bit key ciphers the information in 10 rounds, the 192-bit key in 12 steps, and the 256-bit key in 14 stages. AES has proven itself to be highly efficient and reliable over the last few years. Another encryption algorithm is Rivest-Shamir-Adleman or RSA. RSA, being an asymmetric cipher algorithm, works on two keys for encryption and decryption of the information travels between a user and a web server. RSA algorithm works by factorizing the multiple of two large prime numbers. As an overview of the difference between hashing and encryption is that in hashing, the data that is hashed into an unreadable string cannot be reverted back into a string of readable characters, while encryption is where the encrypted data can be decrypted and converted into a string of readable characters with the help of cryptographic keys. Another difference is that unreadable characters are of a fixed length in hashing, while in encryption unreadable characters are not of a fixed length. Lastly, there is no use of keys in hashing. On the other side, encryption is done with the help of keys. Thank you for listening.